Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Welcome everybody. Last week we were discussing the first 5 songs about Andal. In that discussion, we heard what is the phalan by doing this particular vrata, this Pavai Nondu or this particular Margari vrata that Andal is about to do. Then she explained what was the process by which one can attain this phala. And then they also spoke about what were the benefits that others will get. All the village people, all the society people, other people, benefits they will get by these girls performing this vrata. That also we saw. And some girls had a question: what will happen if demigods pose an obstacle? So Andar also answered that very nicely and demonstrated how demigods are waiting with folded hands to fulfill all the desires of devotees of Lord Krishna and how they will shower rain. And she gave a whole set of instructions how to bring rain, and every activity should remind them of Krishna. So that was very beautifully demonstrated. And also, lastly, we saw uh, one one friend asks, "What if our own sins come in the way of our attainment of this phala?" So we saw in that the story of Uttanga Maharshi, how Krishna he tells this Maharshi that everyone reaps the reaction of their own karma, everyone gets the phala of their own karma. I don't interfere in that. So these girls had a doubt: what if after we perform this entire vrata, Krishna will come and tell us, because Krishna likes to play around like this, so he'll come and tell us that all of you had so much bad karma, and that has stopped you all from attaining the phala. So in that case, what are we going to do? So Andal very nicely explained uh, how just by chanting the holy names of the Lord, the holy names of Krishna, all the sinful reactions, they burn away to ashes, and how Krishna is very pleased when we chant his holy names. So this way they had a very beautiful discussion. It was a very detailed discussion, and we understood that these girls who have come there, they are also very elevated in Krishna consciousness, because they were asking very intellectual questions, and Anda answers everybody's queries. So this is called as Vrataramba Samarthanam. Before beginning the Vrata, Samarthanam, whatever doubts they all have, all that is cleared. And then, uh, without any doubt in mind, they begin to follow their Margashish Vrata. So next day they were supposed to assemble. All these girls were supposed to assemble in a particular place, and from there they are all going to go to Krishna's house. Now let us remember that Andar is now in Bhavana Prakash. That is, internally she's transferred herself to Gokul Vrindavan. In the village that she is in, that is Srivilliputtur, she thinks that to be Gokul Vrindavan, and she thinks the temple of Vatapatra Shahi, which is there in Srivilliputtur, to be Nanda Bhavan. She sees the deity of Vatapatra Shahi as Lord Krishna himself. And she sees all the girls in Srivilliputtur to be like gopis of Vrindavan. And she sees the river in Srivilliputtur to be like Yamuna. This is all because internally she has got herself transformed. to Vrindavan as a coward girl, because she has learnt this from the very beginning of her life, that Gopi Bhav is most suited for devotional service to Lord Krishna. So now the Vratarambha Samarthanam has been discussed, and all the doubts have been cleared. All the process that they are going to follow, all the do's and don'ts, all the benefits that everybody is going to get, and the benefits that the girls are going to get, and how it is going to happen, well, has all been discussed very elaborately. Now, next day, this was discussed at night, and next day morning, they were all going to assemble in a particular place, and from there go to Krishna's house. Why are they going to Krishna's house? Because they need many things for their vrata, and Krishna has told them that I will provide all these things for you. Like they need a drum, a particular instrument. So they will play that instrument while they are going while they are performing this vrata, and they need a conch. They need many things which we will see in the future songs. So all these paraphernalia Krishna is going to provide for all these girls. And not only that, we also saw from that story that Krishna is going to be their caretaker. He is the young man who is going to take all these girls uh, early in the morning to perform their vrata. He has been appointed as their main leader. And Anda, who is in Gopi Bhav now, she is a local leader of all these girls. So all of them assemble next day morning, that is during Brahma Muhurta. So when they assemble, Andal starts taking attendance, because throughout this Thiruppavai, let us remember that Andal's mood is not to do anything alone. Sorry. She is not going to experience anything alone. Whatever she does, whatever devotional service she does, she's going to do it with everybody. And she doesn't wish to leave even a single girl behind. So Andal takes attendance of all these girls, and they see if all the girls, all their friends have come. So while doing that, they realize that few girls are missing. They have not yet arrived. Many girls have already come, but few girls are still missing. So Andal decides that no, we are not going ahead. We have to gather all these girls who are absent, who have not yet come. So they decide that let us go to each one of their house and let us call them. So now they begin that activity. So first 5 songs was about, they were about discussion about the vrata, and next 5 songs will be about waking up some friends who have not come. The first 5 girls whom they wake up, they are a little new, and the next 5 girls that they wake up, they will be very senior members of their group. So there are 10 girls who have not yet come. So they are about to wake these girls. Now this Thiruppavai, the beauty is, it is not just about how to go back to Godhead. This whole Grantha, it also talks about how to live happily in this world, how to integrate with society, how to align with nature, how to align with stars and planets. We understand from all the symptoms that Andal gives in her Thiruppavai to wake up these girls who have not yet come. So from that we will understand how they were so aligned with all this uh, environment and nature. So let us see some of these very wonderful interactions that they had while waking up these girls. And this was actually like preaching, direct preaching, because Andar is a leader and she wants to take all these girls with her to Krishna's house. They are going for a very high purpose, because everyone wants to attain Krishna. All the girls have the same motive. And she doesn't want to go alone. Now, while waking up the girls, these friends, she does not wake them up in the same way. She wakes each one of them in a very different way, understanding their particular nature, their characteristics, and everything. And she'll also give different symptoms in nature to show that it is now dawn, it is now early in the morning, and you all should wake up. So let us start. She begins this from the sixth song. In the sixth song, they are waking up the first friend or the first girl who is absent, who has not come, and it seems that this girl is very new. She's a new devotee who has just joined this Andal Goshti. From our own experience, we all know that when somebody becomes a new bhakta, their enthusiasm is very, very high. So this is how this first girl was. She was a small girl. At the same time, she was being very new in their group. Her enthusiasm was at the peak. So this girl was absent. She had not come. So these Andal and her friends, they all go to her house to knock at her door and wake her up. So when they go there, they understand that this girl is actually not sleeping. It is very easy to wake up a sleeping person. But if a person is not sleeping but is pretending to sleep, it is very difficult to wake up such a person. So they go and they start telling this girl some symptoms that now it is morning and you must wake up. So they start saying that um, now please come and see, the birds have started chirping. Now, the beauty is in Thiruppavai, every syllable has been chosen very beautifully and put by under. Every syllable has a meaning, and every gap between the syllables also have meaning. And it's a poetry many times it may not convey very direct meanings, because a very high class poetry is such that it does not tell everything very directly and openly. That is not considered very high class. It will always give hidden meanings and implied meanings. We have to understand the implied meanings from the sentences or words. So Anda over here, she tells that come and see, birds are chirping. Interestingly, there is no need to come and see that birds are chirping. One can just hear. This girl they could have said that you hear birds are chirping, but instead Andal says, see that birds are chirping. So why she saying see? Because these girls are all very smart girls, very intelligent. So this girl inside, she may say that birds are not chirping. All of you are chirping like birds. You all are making sounds like birds chirping. Just because you all want me to come outside and you all are in a great hurry to go ahead to Krishna's house. So just to prove that it is morning, you all are making sounds like the birds. So this girl may say like that from inside. So Anda and her friends, they already know what they are going to say from inside. So they are saying, Anda is saying over here that come and see for yourself that birds are chirping. So the girl inside, she doesn't want to come, because what is she doing inside? This girl, the girl who is very new to their group but who is very enthusiastic, she heard their discussions last night, how they are going to perform this vrata, how they are going to Krishna's house, and how Krishna looks. All this was discussed a lot. In all the 5 songs, Andal mentions a lot about Krishna, how he looks. Like he's a darling of Nanda Baba, he's the darling son of Yashoda, he's like Yashoda's lion cub, and he is Sham Varna, very beautiful, dark complexioned like a monsoon rain cloud. His eyes are like lotus petals, and yeah, she calls Krishna by different names in all the pasurams. So many names, Keshava, Madhava, Parama, all these names she brought out, and all those characteristics of Krishna. associated with his names were discussed. So this girl inside, she is completely on her besides herself, meditating on all these characteristics of Krishna and on his looks. So she is experiencing a lot of transcendental pleasure in this kind of a meditation. But Andal is saying that, see, we understand that you are not sleeping. You are trying to meditate on Krishna, on on how Krishna looks and all his characteristics. You are meditating on that, but this kind of a meditation, though it is very transcendental, it is cheating. It's a cheating meditation. Why? Because when so many Bhagavatas are waiting outside and they are trying to perform devotional service together, you are trying to do something alone, on your own. So this kind of meditation is bogus. So she says you should come out and you should join the congregation of devotees. But this girl says that no, no, it has actually it is not yet morning. So she does not believe the first symptom that Andal gives, that the birds have started chirping. The girl inside, she does not accept this symptom. And to convince her, Andal tells her another symptom. Okay, listen, what is happening now? Can't you hear the conch? The conch is blowing from the temple of Lord Vishnu. Now she tells very beautifully which conch is blowing. The conch is blowing from the temple where Lord Garuda is present outside. Now, if you have noticed, Garuda is only present in uh, Vishnu temples. Like in our Balaji temple, there is a Garuda right opposite the altar of Lord Balaji. So, in all Vishnu temples in South India, if you have ever visited, you will not see any temple where Garuda is not there. So if Garuda is present, one can be very sure that it is a temple of Lord Vishnu. So that is one symptom to understand that this is Lord Vishnu's temple. Because Garuda is never present in demigod temples. So Andal says, don't you hear the conch blowing the from the temple of Lord Vishnu? Now she is talking about Garuda because she just spoke about all the birds. So she is saying that the king of all the birds, Garuda, from that from the Lord, from the one who is the Lord of Garuda. Garuda is king of all the birds who are chirping, and who is the Lord of Garuda? Lord Vishnu. From his temple, the conch is blowing. Can't you hear that? So now let us understand that Andal is now in Vrindavan in her internal mood. And she's talking about all the happenings that are going on in Vrindavan. So where is such a temple in Vrindavan? Where there is, and that too so many years back, thousands of years back, there a Vishnu temple and was there a Garuda outside that temple? So Acharyas explained that yes, such a temple was there, it seems, in Vrindavan. Very beautiful story, which I'm sure all of you have also visited. Um, it seems once Lord was our Lord of Milk Ocean, the Lord in the Milk Ocean. He was, there are many demigods and Nitya Suris who, his divine associates who serve him day and night. But Garuda felt that no, one day you give me when I will do all the services for you. You give holiday to all other associates. So the Lord said, okay, fine, no problem. And that day, that particular day, Garuda was appointed to do all the services for the Lord. And the Lord, it seems, he sleeps always with his crown. He never removes his golden crown, which has Vaidurya money and such very nice jewels which are bedecked in that. So that day, Garuda was the only attendant, and the Lord was taking rest on Anantashesh, and somebody knocked the door. That day, Virochan, the son of Prahlad Maharaj, he wanted to come and visit the Lord, so he came there. And Garuda was the attendant, so he allowed Virochan to go inside. Virochan went in and he saw that the Lord is taking rest. So he did not speak to the Lord, but it seems he came out. He wrapped something in his shawl and he went away. So Garuda saw what is he wrapping in his shawl. He thought maybe he got some nice prasadam. He has taken some extra dronas, so he is packing that, wrapped it in his shawl and is going back. No problem. But when the Lord got up, he called out, Garuda, Garuda. So Garuda went inside and he saw that the Lord's crown was not there. And the Lord never removes his crown. So Garuda asked him, Oh Lord, where is your crown? You look so strange without that. The Lord said, I have called you just for that. You tell me where is my crown. You had been appointed for that. So Garuda said, I don't know where is your crown. But this fellow Virochan had come to meet you and he wrapped something in his shawl. I saw him. I'll just go and see what he had taken. So Garuda flies at great speed. He goes to Patala Loka. He catches Virochan, beats him up, takes back the crown from him, and comes back. So while he is flying back to this place, to the Lord, it seems Garuda passes through Vrindavan. That is the time when Krishna Lila was taking place. Krishna was present in Vrindavan 5000 years back and he was playing with his cowherd boys in Vrindavan. So Garuda saw Krishna while he was flying on top with this crown, very special crown. And when he saw Krishna, he was so attracted that this boy is so beautiful. Why, let me place this crown on this little child. So the Garuda thought that our Lord uh, in the in the on the milk ocean, he has so many crowns, and it's okay if he doesn't have this crown. Let me put this crown on this little boy. So he comes down, and actually that was a very big crown because that was the Lord's crown, Lord of milk ocean, and his head and size was very big, and the crown also was very big. So when Garuda comes down, Krishna is very small Krishna playing with cowherd boys. But when Garuda came and placed this crown on Krishna, it immediately fit his head and became his size. And then Krishna went and showed that crown to Yashoda Maya, and Yashoda was wondering, Are, such a beautiful crown, who gave you? And he told how the huge bird came and placed it on his head. So Yashoda took that crown and went and showed it to the jewelers over there. So they said that this crown is some divine crown. These jewels and everything, they are not even they are not even accessible to earthly people. This is not an ordinary crown. So Yashoda, she thought already Krishna is always in great danger because of the asuras and all those people who come and attack him. So if he wears this crown and moves around, there'll be more danger for him. So she takes that crown and she puts it on their family, on on the deity that they were worshipping in their house. They had a family deity in Nanda Bhavan. So this deity was wearing that crown for a very long time. And later, the same deity came somehow to Melkote. I'm sure many of you must have visited Melkote, Lord Tirunarayana or Sampat Kumar. And you must have heard this story also over there. So Lord Sampat Kumara or Lord Tirunarayan, the Utsava Murti, he wears this particular crown. And even today, this crown is there. And this deity was, it's a very big story how this deity during the Mughal rule, it was stolen by one of the Mughals. And, the daughter of that Mughal was playing with this deity and she was very fond of it. And Ramanujacharya wanted to bring this deity back. So searching for this deity, Ramanujacharya traveled all the way from Melkote to Delhi. And from Delhi, he acquired this deity. This this Mughal's daughter was not ready to give it, but it seems Ramanujacharya called out. She said that if you call the deity, if he comes to you on his own, you can take it. So Ramanujacharya called the deity, Sampat Kumar, come and sit on my lap. And it seems the deity walked and sat on his lap. So this deity is still present in Melkote, you can all visit. And the crown is also still present, the same crown. It is called as Vairamudi. It is kept in the treasury of India, and only on one day in a year this crown is brought out with great amount of police protection. It seems the collector collector brings this crown. It is there is a very big police force that comes behind, and with lot of police protection and everything, collector brings this crown, the lord wears it, and then with in great procession it goes back, and it is preserved in that way. So it is called as Vairamudi Seve. Vairamudi means this Ratna Jadit crown, which is a divine crown. So it seems this deity was present earlier in Vrindavan, and with time, and of course, it's a very big story how this deity reached Melkote later. So Andal over here is talking about that deity, who because Garuda he put the crown on that deity. So there is so much connection from where we went from where to where. How this from the temple of Garuda, the conch is blowing. Which temple? This particular deity, who is now in Melkote. Also, it seems that when Lord Ram appeared, he came in the form of a human being. So Lord Ram told Garuda that now I'm going as a human, so I don't need this conch. You keep the conch. So Garuda, it seems, would use the conch and he would blow the conch. So Anda is saying this: the conch is blowing from the temple where Garuda is present. Don't you hear that? So in this way, she wakes up this first girl, but she still does not wake up. Now Andar says, now we have to give her some shock treatment. So she, just like we wake up our children uh, for a very long time. Finally, when they don't get up, we have to say the school bus has already come. All your friends are at the door. Then they get a shock, something like that. So Andal now tells this girl that this Putana has come. Putana has come, and uh, she's about to feed poisoned milk to Krishna. And not only that, Shakatasur also is coming. He came, and somehow Lord Krishna has killed him. So when this girl hears, because this girl inside is also in present tense, she's experiencing Krishna consciousness as if it is happening now. So she got very scared. Oh, this Putana, it had happened long back, but looks, has she come back again? So she gets very scared that now again Krishna, there is some danger for him. So she gets up. Then Andal tells her that no, don't worry. Though she had come and Shakatasura had also come, Krishna has managed and to kill them, and now there is no danger. But you don't get up uh, with a jerk. She says that because Paramatma is present in our heart, we shouldn't get up with a jerk. We should get up very slowly. And she tells them that also she gives her one more symptom in this song. She tells that the Bharadwaj bird is also singing. Bharadwaj bird also refers to Bharadwaj Muni. This Bharadwaj Muni used to get up very early in the morning and he would start reciting Vedas. So because he did that for 300 years, they named a bird which also used to get up along with Bharadwaj Muni. That bird is still present. It is called as Bharadwaj bird. It's a big bird, brown colored. So that bird is named after him because it used to get up at the same time. So she says that this Bharadwaj bird has also got up and has started chirping. With this, she's also referring that this Bharadwaj Rishi has got up and has started reciting Vedas. Don't you hear that? So when this girl hears all that, she gets up, and then Andal says that don't get up with a jerk. Say Hari, 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 Hari like this. Take the names of Lord Hari, and then get up slowly and come. So this girl realizes that um, she shouldn't enjoy alone performing this kind of a meditation, trying to enjoy Krishna, but she should uh, come together with all other devotees. So she immediately goes out and joins all the others. Then they go to the next house. The next house also Andal gives the same symptom, but in a different way. She says that the birds have started chirping. But in the first song also Andal said birds are chirping. But there is a difference. The first song, birds had just got up and they were chirping. Even nowadays, if you notice, sunrise happens very late at around 6:45, something like that. At that time, if we see that at dawn break, suddenly you can hear all the birds come together chirping in a crescendo. It sounds so beautiful. There'll be a variety of sounds, chirping sounds by different birds, and then suddenly it stops. They chirp together for some time and they stop. So that's very beautiful. We can notice that every morning. And in the first song, Andal said that birds are chirping means they had got up. Birds had just got up. It seems birds can smell. They do everything by smell. And in the second, while waking up the second girl, Andal is saying that the birds have got up and now they have gone out for work. What is their work? To bring food for their offsprings and all that. So they have gone out for that, and while doing that, they are speaking among themselves. The birds are speaking among themselves. So that chirping she's talking about. Then she also gives another symptom because the girl inside she doesn't so much believe in the first symptom. So Andal tells her, "Okay, don't you hear that? Uh, don't you hear the sound of churning butter? People have started churning butter. Previously people would set the curd, and every morning they would start churning it. Now also many devotees have started following this because we have heard that churning is very good. Hand churned butter is very good quality, good for health, and it's a devotional activity. It seems in the morning time is the best time to churn curd because that is the time when butter comes out very fast and very easily. And also, hearing the sound of churning butter is a very auspicious sound. So Andal says, "Don't you hear the sound of churning butter?" And she says, while churning butter, these gopis are wearing so many ornaments given by their parents, ornaments given by their husband. These are the two kinds of ornaments. The one is the girl gets during marriage. Other type of ornaments are the husband gives from his hard-earned money. So two kinds of ornaments woman wears after marriage, and they are rubbing with each other while they are churning this curd. So don't you hear that sound? And not only that, she gives a third symptom. She's saying that as these gopis are churning, there's a very beautiful aroma that is coming from their hair. Don't you even smell that aroma? So, so this way she's waking up these girls, and then she say, so this girl also inside is very intelligent. She says that see, in Vrindavan there is so much milk that churning happens all times of the day in all three prayer. Not that churning happens only in the morning. So just because there is churning sound, it doesn't mean that it is morning, because in our village churning is taking place all day, even afternoon, evening, night, every time churning happens. And these girls tell Andar that you all are too curious to go to Krishna's house. You all are too enthusiastic. Looks like you all never slept at night. We had that discussion last night, and after that you all have straight away come to wake us up. We hardly slept. That's why Andal gives them different symptoms to say that no, we all went home, slept, and we have got up in the morning now, and now it's actually morning. But these girls inside, they keep saying that no, this is not yet, it is not yet morning. Finally, to this girl, Andal says that you are our leader. You should come because Lord Krishna has personally come here. He has come here, and he is the one who he's the killer of Keshi, the horse who came as a horse, and how Krishna killed this Keshi demon. And after Krishna killed Keshi demon, uh, don't you want to be there to praise that act of Krishna? Don't you want to cheer him for that and clap hands for him? So why are you sleeping inside? Come out. Let us cheer and clap hands for this Keshava, who is the killer of Keshi demon. And you are like a leader in the group. You're full of so much spiritual radiance, and we need you. We need to take you along with us, because if you come, then Krishna will be very pleased with all of us. So in this way, she glorifies this girl and encourages her to come out. So the second girl also hears this and very happily comes out. Then the third one is, this particular girl is also sleeping. Now Andal doesn't give the symptoms of birds. Now she's giving some other symptoms. She's saying that, look, the sky on the eastern horizon has started to brighten. Uh, so, in the early morning, when during dawn break, the sky starts to brighten. Initially, it will be very dark, pitch dark black. Then it slowly starts to brighten. So, Andal says that the eastern horizon has started to brighten. But this girl says that, no, no, all of you girls, your faces are all so bright like the Purnima moon, and all of you are looking at the eastern direction, waiting for the sun to rise so that you can go to Krishna's house. And because all of you are looking at the eastern direction, your brightness, because of your brightness of your faces, the eastern direction is looking very bright. Then Andar says, no, no, I'll tell you another symptom. Listen, don't you see that the buffaloes have gone out for their breakfast? Now I'm using the word breakfast because I don't know how to translate it. There's a different word for it in Tamil. So it seems this is a habit in Vrindavan. Now Andal not only transformed herself as a gopi in Vrindavan, but she also, in her internal consciousness, she imbibed all the practices of Vrindavan. She she is aware of all that is happening. Like, she is aware of how they churn butter in the morning, how their ornaments are brushing with each other and making sound. Now she's speaking about a particular habit that people that happens in Vrindavan. It seems people who have buffaloes, these buffaloes are they cannot be milked directly in the morning. Like, cows can be milked, but buffaloes can't be milked directly in the morning. It seems when they get up, first thing, they should be left open. Their ropes should be untied and they should be left open. They run to go and eat the uh, grass, the tender grass which has dew on it. In the morning there is dew on grass. So they love to eat this very soft and tender grass which has dew on it. So buffaloes like to eat that and they run towards this grass, it seems, in a group. So Andal is saying, giving this as a symptom, don't you see that the buffaloes are running to eat this dew, this grass with dew? So uh, this girl inside says, no, no, these are not buffaloes. You all are having some kind of anyatha jnanam. That means what is not there, you are thinking it is there. That means she's saying that you are only seeing some dark clouds at night that are moving, and you are thinking they are buffaloes. It is only the darkness that is moving. Then this girl also says from inside, looks like not many girls have come, because I cannot hear so many people's voices. I can hear very few girls. Looks like only few of you have come. So then Andal says a very important thing to this girl. She says that, see, so many of us had come, so many girls came, everybody came with so much anticipation that they are going to Krishna's house. But just to call you, just to wake you up, everybody stopped over here. We stopped over here, and other girls, they have gone little ahead and they are waiting for you. So she tells them that this is so important that when we are going for something like this, there is a lot of enjoyment or lot of higher divine pleasure in anticipation. Like for example, when we go for yatra, in yatra, actually when we are there in yatra, we may not enjoy so much. We may feel tired, leg is paining, head is paining, sometimes there is too much sun, walking, lot of prasadam is delayed or whatever, bus journey was very long, that may be over there. But when we are over here and yatra dates are announced, we start thinking and planning about yatra. So that anticipation begins in the mind. And in anticipation, we are actually in yatra. Suppose we are going to Vrindavan, we start in our anticipation, we are already present in Vrindavan. Because we start thinking how we will go together with devotees in train, how we will go kirtan, and how we will go to temples, we'll hear katha from Maharaj, and how we will make very nice notes, and we will meet our friends, and how we will discuss, and we'll take darshan in so many temples, which temples we are planning to visit, what we are going to shop for our deities from Louis Bazaar. We start planning. So all this happens in our anticipation, and in that we get so much pleasure. That pleasure is much more than actually being there. So Andal says to this girl that these girls were anticipating that they are going to Krishna's house. And you broke that anticipation. Why? Because they stopped over here. We all stopped to wake you up. So that's why you cannot hear, and many other girls are waiting for you ahead. So Andal speaks this very beautiful point about anticipation of Krishna consciousness, or some higher purpose like this. And again she tells this girl that you are the most enthusiastic girl in our group, so you must come out and set a good example. Why should you come? Because we must sing the glories of Krishna, who he who fought with this Chanur Mushtik, and he how he defeated them. He is the lord of all the demigods, all the devatas. So if we go and see Krishna, who Krishna has come all the way to our earth, or he has descended over here from Goloka, he has come all the way to Vrindavan for us. Now, if we go, at least we should endeavor to go to his place and see him. So, if we go to his place and see him, he will be so pleased. He will completely melt. Actually, there will be a meltdown. He will just melt, and he'll think that, oh, so many of you girls, small girls, have come to see me so early in the morning during Brahma Muhurta in this very cold month of the year, when you're supposed to sleep with two blankets on yourself. This time you have taken a cold water bath and come to see me all the way to come just to see me. He'll be so pleased with that. So come, let us give him that pleasure. Before Krishna himself comes to us, let us go and meet him. Because from Ramayana we know that when Lord Ram met all the sages of Dandakaranya, these sages come and request Lord Ram that please do something, these Rakshasas are troubling us. So Lord Ram felt very bad that, oh, I should have come to you, but instead you all have come to me, and I have made you come and tell me this. I should have proactively done this before you came, and I should have come and met you first. So let us not do that. Let us go and meet Krishna first, because he has already come so far for us. So this girl also comes, and I have to hurry up as there is only 10 more minutes. So then they go to the fourth girl. Now the third girl also wakes up, and she very happily comes and joins their group. Now the fourth girl. So this girl is very special. Now when they come here, they don't give any symptom that now it is morning. It seems this girl, till now the first three girls, they were not sleeping, they were just pretending to sleep, but they were meditating on Krishna, and how they are going to prepare themselves for this vrata, and anticipating all that. They were not actually sleeping, but this fourth girl is actually sleeping completely. So the Andal and her friends are very amazed that who can sleep like this? Only somebody who is completely tension free. Who is tension free? One who has complete faith in Krishna's protection, one who is completely surrendered, one who has complete faith that Rakshasi iti Vishwaso, one who has that faith, only such a person can sleep very peacefully. So this girl is sleeping. She has so much faith that yes, Krishna will protect. So Anda does not give any symptoms that it is morning, but instead she starts describing the how this girl's room. It seems this girl is sleeping in a very beautiful room. There are gems and all embedded in her in the walls of her room, and she has lit very beautiful lamps everywhere in the room. Lamps means those like we light oil lamps or ghee lamps during Diwali, like that lamps she has lit, because these lamps are a symptom of auspiciousness. it is um, it is very important to light lamp in our altar. So she has lit lamps. She has also kept dhoopa, deepa, all these things are there. It seems this girl has decorated her house exactly like the way Krishna's house is in Nanda Bhavan, his room. Because this girl feels that if Krishna comes to my house, he should feel at home. That's why she has kept everything. She has arranged her house, her furniture, everything exactly like Krishna's room. And she has lit lamps in the night. If the lamps go off, she'll get up and lit them again. Why? Because if Krishna comes by chance, he shouldn't think that it is dark, so people are sleeping and go away. So she has kept everything ready. So looking at this girl's immense faith, Andal thinks that, oh, this girl actually, so it would have been so nice if she was my relative. So Andal calls her as my mama's daughter. Mama's daughter is very close. Mama's son, mama's daughter, like that. So she calls her with a relation. She builds up a relation with her and calls. And this girl still doesn't come. So her mother comes instead. So Andal asks her mother, we are all calling out for so long for this girl. Why is she not coming out? Is your daughter um dumb? Or is she deaf? Or is she so lazy to get up? So and that girl's mother says, no, no, why are you all talking like this? She's about to be she's in her marriageable age. Don't call her like this. She's not dumb, deaf, and all that. So then Andal's friends asked if she's dumb or deaf, but Andal immediately managed. She told her mother, no, no, not like that. What we mean is, if somebody is, if somewhere Bhagavad Ninda is going on, Bhagavad Ninda, if somebody is criticizing, a, a devotee should behave like a deaf person. We should not try to hear what they are speaking. So that time we should become like a deaf person. And we should never criticize other devotees. So if there is a chance to criticize somebody, we should become like dumb person. And one should be very lazy in uh, doing too much prayas in material pursuits. So your girl has all these three qualities. She never criticizes anybody. She doesn't hear criticism, and she's very lazy to do too much prayas in this world. In that way, we are calling her dumb, deaf, and lazy. So then this girl, uh, she said, the girls say that okay, when this girl inside she hears that, she also joins them happily, and they say that you come outside and let us chant the holy names of Madhava, who is Lakshmi Pati. And because he is Lakshmi Pati, he will give us all auspiciousness. So this girl also comes out. Now the 10th girl, no, sorry, the 5th girl in the 10th song. So this girl, it seems, is also actually sleeping. This girl is sleeping in such a way that as if she has already got the result of her vrata. She has attained it. Now the other girls are at least endeavoring to wake others up, go perform this vrata, and then attain the result. But the 10th girl, it looks like she has already attained the phala shruti already, and she is sleeping in that way. So Anda and the friends from outside, they are saying that It looks like you have already attained what we are trying to attain after performing this vrata. So this girl does not respond. So they say from outside, you're not ready to open your door of the house. At least open your mouth and give us some answer. At least say that it is not yet morning. Do some tark vitark with us. But this girl doesn't open her mouth. So Andal says, at least open your mouth. Don't open the door. Uh, but so this girl says that, so Andal says that no, the other girls, they tell Andal that, see, why will she come out, this girl? She has already attained the result, the Falashruti of this Vrata, because Krishna is already in their house, in her house. Now we are doing all this to attain Krishna, but Krishna is already present with her over there. Don't you smell the tulsi from Krishna's divine body? Like that, they are all discussing outside. It seems this particular gopi, her house was, there was a common wall between her house and Krishna's house. Not Nanda Bhavan, we can, let's say that Nanda Baba had many houses, he was a king. So one of their houses was attached, they had a common wall with this girl's house. And it seems when Krishna and this gopi started growing up, there was a almirah inside their room. They broke the wall inside the almirah and they made a doorway. So anytime they wished, they could go to each other's house. But the parents did not know this. It was on the top floor, Krishna's room and this girl's room. So the girl's parents would think that, oh, this girl is sincerely studying on top, but they would have different pastimes on top. Whenever she wanted, Krishna would come there. So this was going on. But her parents did not know, but all her friends knew this, that what is happening in her house, because friends always know much more than what parents know. So sometimes when parents want to find out something, they ask their children's friends. So Andal is saying that, okay, Krishna is already present there. So why will you want to come now? Then this girl immediately starts talking. Hey, what is this? What are you talking? Krishna is not here. Why will he come here? They say, Are, why are you trying to hide? We can smell that tulsi. She says, Are, no. He had come long back sometime and that time he came. So that tulsi is still smelling. Don't you know that Arjuna had gone for Setu Darshan to Rameshwaram? When he went there, he was asking, is this the Setu that Lord Ram built? So the local people said, why are you asking? Can't you smell the tulsi? What can you smell over here? Arjun said, I can smell tulsi. Yes, this was the tulsi that fell from Lord Ram's garland when he crossed the Setu. So that is still smelling over here. So like that, similarly, when Krishna came to Dwarka, it seems that Brahmana was bringing Krishna and Krishna was driving the chariot so slowly. The Brahmana was saying, Arey, jaldi karo. Engagement is done, haldi bhi ho gaya, Shishupal ke saath shadi ho jayegi. You're driving so slow. Krishna said, Arey, how much fast can I drive? But he was going at 30 speed. Finally, Krishna got up and he he removed his uttari and he kind of like how he dusted his uttari. So when he did that, it seems the smell of tulsi came out from that and it reached Rukmini's chamber. He was so far coming from Dwarka and Rukmini could smell it in Kaundinapur that Krishna has come. So she could smell the tulsi. So this girl inside is saying that Arjun could smell the tulsi of Lord Ram who came in Treta Yuga, in Dwapar Yuga. Rukmini could smell Krishna's tulsi from Kaundinapur. So Krishna had come here sometime long back. So now you're smelling his tulsi, but now he's not here. So in this way, this girl, they are trying to wake up and she doesn't wake up, but she again goes back to sleep. So Andal tells this girl, they are saying that, oh, looks like you had a competition with Kumbhakarna sometime in the past, the sleeping competition. In that competition, Kumbhakarna lost with you when you won. So as a trophy, he gave his entire sleep to you and he went away. So in this way, you have taken your own sleep is there already and now Kumbhakarna's sleep also. So this way you are sleeping. So they are like this, they tell this girl, and they say that which Kumbhakarna gave you? The one who, the same Kumbhakarna who went and got himself killed by Lord Ram. I think I told this pastime last time. This is what this was one thing that we discussed, and we also gave the example of the reservoir. How a pious person builds a reservoir of drinking water for people to come and collect water for drinking and cooking, but somebody goes and commits suicide in that reservoir of water, and if he does that, the person who built the reservoir is not responsible. Similarly, Kumbhakarna, he went and himself got killed. If he had a choice, he could have gone and done Charanagati to Lord Ram. Then he could have got a similar place like Vibhishan, but he did not do that. So Andar is bringing out this point over here, and she's saying that this same Kumbhakarna, before he went and fought with Lord Ram and gave up his life, he had this sleeping competition with you, and he lost. He lost with you, he lost with Lord Ram also, and he gave his sleep to you as a trophy. And then Andar is saying that, see, now give up all this and, give up your sleep and come out. Because, this Ram Nam, hearing the names of Lord Ram is like Mrita Sanjeevani. Now we have spoken about Lord Ram. Even a dead person gets up when they hear about Lord Ram. But you are asleep, you are alive, so you should come out now. So this girl gets up, and they say that you get down very slowly from the stairs because this girl is on the top floor. So she says, come down slowly. And this girl comes down and joins Andal's group. And all these 5 girls, 5 more are remaining, but 5 girls who are absent, they join their group and very happily singing, because when they come together, they start singing the holy names of Krishna. They don't waste time in anything else. And then they go ahead to wake up the other girls who have not yet arrived. Hare Krishna. So we'll stop with this. It's 7:30, and time is never enough when it comes to discussing Thiruppavai, and there is always a dissatisfaction that did not do complete justice to it and just rushed through it very fast. Hare Krishna. If anybody wants to say something, you are welcome. Otherwise, we can stop the meeting.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible, Mataji?
Hare Krishna. Nice to hear you.
Hare Krishna. I don't know whether I can hear you.
Yes, Prabhu, you're audible.
Oh, okay, Mataji. Thank you. Thank you for the wonderful discussion about Andal's waking up all the girls. So one thing about the anticipation, I think you mentioned that example of we going to a yatra, and before we anticipate, and that is more pleasurable than the experience itself. So, and then you also said, so what exactly was the Andal's response, that she broke the anticipation of those other girls? Was it something like that?
No. She's not. She's just telling how important the anticipation was, and you are so important to us that just to wake you up, so many girls who are anticipating to meet Krishna, they have all stopped now. They were anticipating to go to Krishna's house and meet him, and that anticipation of meeting Krishna is so great, but they have stopped that just to call you, wake you up, and take you with us. That is what she's trying to say.
Oh, okay. So that's why. So at least for that sake, you wake up. Is it something like that?
Yes, because this girl inside, she says that I don't hear so many girls like very few of them have come. Where are all the others? So to that, Andal says that everybody came, many have gone ahead, but we stopped them because we want to take you also with us. And what kind of and how are they going ahead with great anticipation to see Krishna? And now we have like stopped them. So that means there is a break now in that anticipation. That is what we say.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.